Hello everyone and welcome back to the Applied Forensic Psychology podcast. I'm your host Leah Hicknell and today I am here with the AFP Student Council at St. FX.
Hi, my name is Maria Young and I'm the academic lead on the Student Council.
Hi, my name is Miguel. I'm the second year social engagement rep.
My name is Hickey. I am the second year council development rep.
My name is Marley Pickett, and I'm the first year outreach and relations representative.
My name's Taylor, and I am the fourth year social rep.
My name's Avery, and I'm the president of the Student Council.
My name's Lienke, and I am the first year academic rep.
My name's Lexi, and I'm the operations and finance lead.
So I'm going to start with a pretty big question. Why did you guys all choose the Applied Forensic Psychology program and what drew you to it?
I was drawn to the program because I was interested in psychology and law, and I believe that it was the right program that was going to equip me with the skills and the education that I needed in order to make the difference I want to make and get me where I need to be.
I honestly chose this degree because I don't really know what I want to do in the future, but I know that this degree offers a whole lot of career placements, and I have a lot of family in psychology, and I know I want to work in psychology, just not sure where yet. I'm ready to figure it out.
I chose this program because I was looking for a school on the smaller side with a lot of hands-on experience, and I knew that what I wanted to do was specifically related to applied forensic psychology, so it was a perfect fit.
Similar to Emmy, I don't really know exactly where I wanted to go, but I really liked that there were so many hands-on opportunities in the program for me to learn a little bit more about different jobs in the field so I can kind of figure my way out as I'm going through the program.
It was recommended to me by my mom's friend because of the practicum component and the workplace experience that is given along with the size of the school and being able to get to know your faculty.
I'm now in my fifth year, so looking back, it takes a little bit of thought to think about why I chose this program originally, but I knew that I wanted to be in some sort of psychology degree. And when I found St. FX, I knew that St. FX was the school, and luckily somehow the four-year AFP program popped onto my desktop, and I went, oh my goodness, this seems like the perfect fit. And it was actually the only program that I sought out to apply for. And yeah, it's perfect. I really like the practicum component of it, that you're getting hands-on skills as well as learning in your classes. I also like that it's more, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a specialized program, but there's a lot more of a concentration on the topic. So professors are a lot easier to communicate with, and yeah, you're not just a number so much in this program, and I like that.
So I've known I wanted to be a psychologist forever. Both of my parents are psychologists, and I remember one day in grade 8, I was just thinking, wow, I either want to do law or psychology. And then my mom was like, oh, forensic psychology, that's a very good mixture of both. And I guess ever since then, I've known I wanted to go to St. FX for this program.
Like Avery, I've been here for a while. I'm in my fourth year, so looking back is a little bit tough. But when I was applying to schools originally, I was applying to a lot of different forensic psychology schools, looking at Carleton and Trent and schools like that were a little bit closer to home for me. But I did end up applying to St. FX because of the practicum placements and that unique hands-on experience that are offered in this program. And I've been here for 4 years and definitely gained lots of hands-on experiences through the program.
Leah, why did you choose AFP at St. FX?
I chose AFP at St. FX because it was the only program like it anywhere. Honestly, in Canada, I thought there was a lot of criminology programs, there was a lot of psychology programs, but I couldn't find anything with practicum experience or with small class sizes, and I find I really can't work in big class sizes, and I really need to speak to my supervisors and learn that way, so yeah, that's why I chose the program. Pretty similar to you guys, and I think that it's super unique, and I love it so far.
I feel like it's so important, here you get to talk to a professor if you need questions, and at huge universities you'd have to talk to the TAs.
Exactly.
Which is such a big part of it.
Anyway, so before we talk about what's coming up in the Student Council, I'd like to talk about what you've already accomplished this year. So what has the Student Council done so far?
So one of our first events was the AFP meet and greet that we hosted right at the start of the year. And that one was a little bit trickier for us to schedule because we had such a smaller staff. So at that point we realized that we needed to have some new recruits, so that's where we hosted the elections for the first and second year representatives who we now have as parts of our council. At the meet and greet, we had different fourth-year students discuss their practicum placements. We also had presentations from the recipients of the Elena Jenkins Legacy Award at AFP at X Day the previous year. So it was really exciting to just get everybody together to welcome them and sort of bring some attention and awareness to different opportunities in the program.
We did a true crime trivia at Oak Manor. It is a establishment just close to the school. I'm sure everybody knows about it. So we made a bunch of questions. It was 20 questions both rounds. One of them was all about cases, Canadian true crime cases, and the other side was more about laws and regulations, vocabulary, and resources as well.
And the organizers did a phenomenal job of incorporating little known facts within the forensic or within the AFP world.
It was very AFP oriented.
Yes.
Like if you weren't in that class, you didn't know about it kind of thing, or you didn't hear about it as much, which was really good. It gave us a leg up. But we made posters for that. We advertised that like nobody's business, and we had a really good turnout for it.
We also raised a healthy sum of money for the Antigonish Women's Resource Center. And no, it was a ball. I would totally do it again. I loved it.
We raised $150, and Lexi and I went over to the Antigonish Resource Center and handed it to the ladies in a nice envelope, and we took pictures, and it went everywhere, and it was really cute. They were very cute. It was wholesome. I enjoyed it.
It was quite a viral Facebook post.
Oh yeah.
We'll touch on this more, but we plan to do another trivia when 19 and under can come. So this was unfortunately a 19 plus event, but we'd love to be able to have first years come too. So in the new year, watch out for that.
Yes, love our frosh.
So lately we've been planning a panel about gender-based violence.
But it is intentionally planned the day before the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. So
yeah,
it's also such a huge topic now because in South Africa there's this huge movement. It's because at least 14 women get gender-based violence induced on them every day, every 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's huge.
There's some crazy statistics coming out all over the world, and even in Nova Scotia, intimate partner violence was just declared an epidemic over a year ago, and within the first 3 months of it being declared an epidemic, 6 women in Nova Scotia were murdered by their husbands. So it's very important to take note that we will be talking about that will be talked about a lot in the gender-based violence panel.
A few weeks ago, we also hosted the open house day for the Applied Forensic Psych program. So we had a few of us in setting up a booth in Mulrooney, and we were speaking to prospective students who were considering applying to the program, or even some lucky ones who had already been accepted. So it was really nice to chat with them and just share our program with more people. We also had the other part of the council setting up something in the annex to tour our facilities and just have an opportunity to meet more students. So it was really nice to introduce the new faces that we'll be seeing in our program.
What sort of activities were at the open house in the annex?
In the annex, we had set up an interview room. So you can see the two-sided glass, you saw a polygraph machine, there was a makeshift crime scene, there was cases, I believe, that you could see around the, it was kind of a scavenger hunt. And we had a really prime spot in Mulrooney, so we had a lot of people come through, which was awesome.
I was in the interview room all day, and it was really nice getting to know people who were just interested in applying and seeing their parents and talking to them, because so many people were really interested in learning about the fact that we actually get to get hands-on experience in the program, since that's something that a lot of schools, especially when you're going into psych or things where you're dealing with
your
complicated topics, exactly, you don't really get a lot of hands-on experience. So it was really great talking to parents and people who were literally just like me a year ago, because I'm in first year, and it was really interesting talking to them and seeing what that was like, because it was not that far away.
I literally remember coming to open house and being so excited talking at the booth in Mulrooney, and I was like, I just am so excited to do this, and now I'm here.
It seems like there's a really awesome group of students coming in next year to the program who have some very, very thoughtful perspectives that I think will be very valuable to the program.
Yeah, every year the program's just developing, and I feel like we're really attracting more and more people that align with what we're doing here and our values, and I just think that it's developing in a really good way. All right, so looking ahead, what are your main goals for the rest of the academic year on Student Council?
At the time of recording, tomorrow on November 24th, we're having a panel called Taking Action Against Gender-Based Violence. This panel is being held to raise awareness of gender-based violence and to combat the current epidemic of intimate partner violence. As we mentioned, it's starting off at the time it's taking place. It's starting off the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence in Canada.
Internationally.
And we have a lot of great speakers lined up, and we're hoping the event will bring a lot of students and faculty together to learn about gender-based violence from multiple perspectives. And we're hoping that the event will be able to connect the community with all sorts of resources.
Which is really nice because we also have booths that are coming on top of the speakers. So the Antigonish Women's Resource Center has an alumni who will be coming on behalf of them, and she actually took the program, so she's really excited. And we also have the Naomi Society as well, who's going to come, so it adds to the community aspect of it.
The Annex will also be there, and they'll have a few writers covering the piece. So if you want to know more about that event, feel free to check out the Annex and see what they write about it.
It will probably be out by the time this episode is posted.
Oh my gosh.
So
read the issue
of
the Annex.
Issue of the Annex. Any more plans for the next year?
A big part of the student council and how we run is by suggestions by students. So we're students for the students, obviously, within the student council. So we're always looking for ideas that students throughout the program have. But like we mentioned, we'll be hosting another trivia at some point, hopefully on campus at the Inn, as well as a social at some point. We'll also have some activities associated with the AFP at X Day.
We are also hoping to do kind of a mock speed dating type of situation in terms of people doing their research, people doing their practicums, anybody who's looking to gain ideas on what they might do, learn how to get involved and who to contact and where to make connections as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a super smart idea.
Yeah, so just hosting an event to connect sort of our upper year, third and fourth year students with our incoming class, our first years and second years.
It adds to the mentor program that we have going as well, which is
a
very
lot
nice.
of people aren't signed up for the mentor program because they just didn't know about it. So this is a really good thing to mention, actually.
Every week the AFP Council sends out a This Week in AFP to just kind of recap what's been going on every week so that students can have a place to go if they're interested. So there's a link within that email sent out that will connect you to the mentor form or mentee form. So if you're interested in being a mentor or interested in being a mentee, you can fill it out and then it'll be matched up based on the most compatible connection.
That's actually really helpful for my next question. So I was asking if students want to get involved, what opportunities are available. So obviously we have that mentorship program that you said a lot of people are unfamiliar with. So check your emails, guys. Anything else that students could get involved with if they're willing to?
Yeah, so every Tuesday and Thursday from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. the Annex basement has an AFP lab space where you can drop in and meet with any student council member. If you're particularly interested to meet with a specific council member, you can email them just through their school email to connect, but there will always be council representatives there to get tutoring if you need, to get practicum suggestions. It's kind of like a one-stop before going to talk to faculty or before going to talk to somebody else, because we know that the faculty in our program are very, very busy and have lots of tasks that they're managing. So this is sort of a way to get support for your student problems or student concerns or student suggestions by other students. So yeah.
Nice.
And speaking of those opportunities and trying to find them, like we were talking about before, This Week in AFP email, every week that comes out, I actually write it. So I coordinate with Jen and Ryan and other professors in the program, trying to get to know what's going on that week and what opportunities are available to people. So Jen will send me updates on different coffee houses and things that are going on at the school for people who are interested in various topics to go learn about. Ryan sends me different practicum opportunities and where to find those and how to contact her for more information. So that even though we're getting a ton of emails, that is a really good place to go, just because you kind of have all of those things written out for you in one spot. So instead of filtering through a bunch of things, you kind of have the opportunity to just look through and see an overview of everything that's going on that week. So it's really easy to find different things that you could be interested in and how to get more information on them.
Another thing that you can do is email Marley with events or ideas that you have to put into the This Week in AFP. So we know that we have such a rich student body within our program, and we would love to be able to highlight that more. So if you're looking for participants for a study, or if you have an event for a different society and you think that AFP students might be interested in it, that's a phenomenal place to share with the rest of the students.
We're always trying to amplify what other people are doing because we want to be able to show how much we're doing in our community and be able to show other people where they can learn more information, because obviously that's what we're all here to do.
A lot of us found that after COVID-19, people kind of started to hermit a little bit more, and we'd really like to be able to have that community aspect within the AFP program as well, and that social aspect of getting to know people by their first name and being able to have like small talk conversations and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of what our intention is.
Another great place to communicate with an AFP and great opportunity is actually the annex, though. I know they're always looking for writers or editors or even people who are interested in submitting art pieces to the newspaper. That's just a great way. It's a great community. It can, you can do it multiple times. It can be kind of a one-off situation, or come on the podcast if there's something like really of interest you have to talk about that the community would want to know about. That's a great way to get involved and to meet some other people in the program.
So there's many resources that are available to you if you'd like to get involved. So for our last round, we're going to do something a little bit fun. We're going to do a lightning round. I want everyone to answer a few questions. The first question is, what has been your favorite course in AFP so far?
My favorite course in AFP so far probably be like the psychopathology course I'm in right now. I've been really enjoying that.
I think 231, brain and behavior.
I think I'm with Maria on this. Psychopathology is definitely a favorite.
I'm honestly really loving Psych 101 right now. I just think it's really fun, and I love learning about all the overview of everything.
Yeah, I'm also in the same boat with psychopathology.
I don't think anybody in this room has taken the course yet, but the 4th year practicum course was my absolute favorite course of any course I've ever taken. So
I'm loving Psych 110.
I'm really loving correctional psychology right now. My grandfather was a correctional officer, so I keep emailing him stuff that we read in class, and it's been really great.
Controversial take, I kind of like psychopharmacology. It was really hard, but I don't know, I learned the most in that class.
There was a lot of learning.
I apply it to my day-to-day life. I gotta say, I loved that class. It was hard though. Ultimate career goals all around the table?
Currently, my career goals include graduating law school at some point.
Nice.
And to work with Indigenous communities doing something I find fulfilling.
So I'm definitely going to get my master's, for sure. And I don't know where yet, like I said, but I'm definitely going to go social work, like maybe case study type of thing.
Yeah, I'm hoping to do grad school after this, and then following that end up somewhere in the field of public safety or intelligence.
I hope to go into law after this and work in something to do with domestic and intimate partner violence, but I'm only in first year, so everything's subject to change right now.
I'm looking to do my master's in either social work or clinical psychology, and I'm going to apply that to either correctional areas or military areas.
I am super interested in young minds and young kids and the adolescent and emerging adulthood sort of realm. So I'm currently applying to School and Applied Child Psychology's master programs, and we'll see where it takes me from there.
I want to go into grad school after this, and I want to get my PhD and become a forensic psychologist.
Yeah, like Avery, I'm currently applying to grad schools, and I'm mostly applying to clinical psych programs and clinical social work programs. And my hope is to open a private practice specializing in trauma-informed care for victims of sexual assault, gender-based violence, and intimate partner violence.
Yeah, I'm in a similar boat. I'm also applying to grad school, mainly clinical programs and some forensic psychology programs.
And all of the career aspirations in this room are really a testament to the way that the Applied Forensic Psychology program prepares you for what you want to do next. For example, I think everybody in this room has intentions to go on to grad school. However, there are a lot of positions that you could go straight into after graduating from this program. That being said, it also prepares you for where you want to go. So our motto is to each their own, and that's really in the populations that we work with, but also within our entire program, that everybody has their starting goal and their ending goal, and that might be different across the board. So
yeah,
we very much value the diversity and variety within our program.
My honors courses have actually helped me with my grad school applications, and I think that if I wasn't attending those classes, I would have been
ones.
a lot more confused with my actual grad school applications, like my seminar-based classes.
Yes.
So that's been very helpful.
Like Lienke and Marley, the 2nd and 3rd year and 4th year practicum courses, you literally learn like how to write a personal statement, how to write your like CV.
And even our seminars when they taught us about CGRS applications and stuff like that, that was extremely helpful. Lastly, favorite spot in Antigonish. Mine, I'd have to say Tall and Small currently.
My favorite spot currently, especially to study, is the 3rd floor of the library.
I think the old, now Legacy Cafe.
Nice.
It used to be called the old Legion. I think they rebranded.
The Grindhouse?
Yeah.
They've rebranded so many.
They've rebranded.
This might be a controversial take, but I really like working on either 2nd or 3rd floor of Mulrooney.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You like studying in Mulrooney?
Yeah.
The only thing I do in Mulrooney is socialize.
That's a hot take.
I can't study in there.
So
I'll
does
just
my
talk.
Mine is kind of random, but I teach singing at the elementary school, and I love it. So like every
That's
single
your
week,
safe space?
that's my favorite spot. Like I look forward to it, and I love it so much.
This is like far out of nowhere, but I have friends who own an oyster farm like 10 minutes from here, and that place is awesome.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
AFP trip to the oyster farm, please.
Oh
my goodness. My favorite spot is the AFP lab space because it's where I spend a lot of time, but it's also like the space where I feel like it's most like personalized now. Like I feel like we spent so much time around it that
That's true.
I like being in here. Or I really like the Students' Union building. For some reason, that's been my favorite spot to study in this year. Like the Hall of Flags or whatever. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah.
Same as Leah, Tall and Small.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah. I feel like Maria, my favorite spot is like the 3rd floor of the library, like Hall of Clans.
The Hall of Clans, yeah.
I love it in there. But recently, because I now have my own office in the annex, I've found that I've been spending a lot of time in my windowless office. It may not have the best view, like literally does not have a window, but I do get a lot of work done in there.
In the summer though, Cribbins is the spot.
Yes.
I'm at the beach every day in the summer.
Or McDonald Beach.
Or McDonald Beach.
I feel like if this podcast was being recorded in like September, we'd all be saying spots outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking back, I was like, favorite spot in Antigonish, Tall and Small. Okay, probably the beach. Like, probably not Tall and Small Cafe. Thank you guys all so much for joining us today and sharing everything you're working on. Avery, what's the best way we can contact you if students need to reach you?
So there are a bunch of different ways that you can reach the Student Council. If you're looking for a particular person to get in contact with, you can email them directly just by searching up their name on Outlook, and then their email will pop up. If you want to reach the president, my email is x2020diu@stfx.ca. There's also drop-in hours, like we said before, every Tuesday and Thursday. Or you can email the AFP@stfx.ca email, and those emails can be forwarded on to us if you're clear about what you're looking for. So lots of different ways. You can also watch out for social media, so it's the Annex Instagram page, as well as the AFP Applied Forensic Psychology page. But also watch out for our emails every Friday from This Week at AFP, because there will be lots of ways to communicate through there too.
Perfect. Thank you to our AFP Student Council for the amazing work you do, and thank you for listening. Make sure to tune in next time.
Thanks, Leah.
Thank you.
Bye.